shelter. And she said, all I want to do is work. And a lot of people are of the mindset, oh, they're lazy, they don't want to work, they don't want to get their lives together, they're all drug addicts. On contrary, my dear, people make judgment calls, and this woman has gifts, and she has abilities, but the system itself has tied her down. The system has tied her down. And this is a good mother, a good worker. I mean, she helps me all the time. And she does have talents and abilities. But why do we judge people to the negative instead of making judgments to the positive?
Mediocrity finds safety in, who is it that said, mediocrity finds safety in standardization. In other words, when you, there's safety in being like everybody else.
Sure, I'll put you in a box and I can control you.
It takes courage to be different.
I have to. Did you notice I wore this jacket today?
I know. I said it's a perfect jacket.
This jacket,
Perfect subject.
this jacket is just representing something of being different. Now, I would go into some places and they would say, oh, excuse me, are you trying to stand out in the crowd? I said, no, I like the jacket. I like purple, and I found a purple jacket. It's like, get a life. You know, it's like, hello?
Yeah. Well, see, now, there are people that will get very upset when they see somebody else with giftings that they would like to have themselves.
Yes.
But here's the thing we have to remember, and please, saints, remember this. Those of you that are watching, you were born with giftings that God gave you. You have something. You say, no, I have nothing. I was born with nothing. No. God gave each of us at least one talent.
That's right.
We can see that in the scriptures.
That's right.
Matthew 25, Jesus tells the parable of the master who gave
the talents.
5 talents to one, 2 talents to another, 1 talent to another, and went away. Came back and expected to see some kind of interest on his money. And the 5 had doubled it. The one with 2 had doubled that, and the one with the 1 was afraid
buried it
and went and buried it. Insecure because he only had 1.
Instead of realizing.
Yeah.
And it could have been the greatest talent.
Exactly. And you know what I found?
Or the hardest.
You know what I have really found is that when we have the courage to build on that 1 talent, to do something with that 1 talent, you're going to find almost always that other things will begin to surface, abilities will begin to be brought out.
Be faithful in little and you'll be given much.
That's right.
We're being tested.
That's right.
We're being tested. And we look for the approval of man. Galatians 1:10 says that I'm not trying to win the approval of men or of God. Whose approval am I trying to win? Or am I trying to please men? If I was still trying to please men, I would not be a servant of Christ. Who are you trying to please? Are you listening to the voice of the Lord? Or are you listening to the voice of man? When you need a confirmation of what you're doing, do you go to Christ or do you go to people?
Yeah.
I know somebody said, I went to 10 friends on a certain situations, and they all told me to do this and do that. And I said, did you go to God?
If you go to 10 friends, you'll get 11 opinions.
Absolutely.
It's a dangerous thing to do.
You know what? I realized this, that I needed to step out of the mold and just be me. And, not to hurt anybody, not to offend anybody.
Dare to be different.
I just got to be Diane. I really don't know how to be anybody else.
Well, that's a good thing, because you wouldn't be good being anybody else.
I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing being anybody else. And
speaking of doing what you're doing, I want to just take a moment, because we're getting to the end of our time.
We are, yeah.
We're almost out of time.
2 minutes.
But I wanted to talk about Hope for the Future. I know that you've mentioned that you're Church Without Walls, but you do have a service right here on Long Island.
Right. We're in Farmingdale, and on Thursdays, the building is open for pantry from like 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So if you're out there and you're in need of food, you can call us at 631-752-5771. That's on Thursdays.
Is it by appointment on Thursdays?
Well, just call, and then you'll have to just fill out a form so we could have a record of you and we know what we're doing. We have to do that kind of stuff. And, hey, we'll help you out. We're here to help. We've been in existence. This is our 20th year. So we're not the new kids on the block.
No.
No, we